Hey hey, welcome to Half the Battle. Today we'll be looking at Alpine, the G.I. Joe Mountain Trooper. And once again, we're looking at a figure from 1985, part of the golden age of G.I. Joe, where every figure had a unique look and improved articulation. Not to mention, all unique body parts. Now, judging from my viewing figures, I seem to get a larger audience when people think I'm gonna give a negative review and I'll tear into something that sucks. Well, I hate to disappoint, but there's really nothing bad I can say about this figure. He has a great and appropriate look for a mountain climber. And he also has a cool hat. I always appreciate good hats. I would have preferred it if it had been removable, but as we've discussed before, removable headgear can be a mixed blessing. There's some great detailing on this figure, most notably the robe that's molded onto his torso. He comes with a great set of appropriate accessories that include a grappling hook, a pickaxe, and a backpack you can fit the axe into, or even some guns. He also came with a great looking grappling hook rifle. A rifle that I thought I'd lost, so I spent quite some time looking for it in my chest of guns. This, combined with me looking for and listening to jodeling music for an hour, has made this quite a fun review to do. I hope you guys appreciate it. Let's quickly move on to the file card, and just as quickly come to a screeching halt right at Alpine's real name. Albert Pine. Alpine. Let that one sink in. Yeah, as I said in my much beloved and critically acclaimed Alley Viper review, Hasbro loved to add joke names and in-jokes to the file cards. Here's our first look at one of those. What? As far as you know, it was a much-loved and critically acclaimed review. And I have the chiseled good looks of a young Greek god. Anyway, his primary specialty is mountain climbing. No duh. But he's also an accountant? He protects the free world and he does your taxes. I haven't seen a fighting accountant since IRS, Erwin R. Shyster. You know, that always bugged me. This guy was supposed to be an evil tax collector or accountant, but shyster is a derogatory term for lawyers. It's the one thing in professional wrestling that doesn't make sense. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, G.I. Joe. Alpine grew up in a region almost completely surrounded by mountains. He saw them as a physical barrier between him and what he wanted. Hey, you don't suppose he grew up in perfection, do you? He'd be the one guy that was safe, climbing the mountains while everybody else got eaten. According to the file card, G.I. Joe gave him his biggest challenge, climbing mountains while getting shot at by Cobra. You know, that's not really that big of a challenge. They'd be lucky to hit the mountain, never mind the guy climbing it. He was introduced in the same comic issue as Quick Kick, seen here in a rare fully clothed appearance. He is usually the guy who gets others where they need to go, as long as there's climbing involved. And in this panel, I can also use him to point out not every Joe is a stereotype. Compare and contrast once more. In the cartoon, there's one notable thing about him. He yodels. It's even a plot point in one episode. He yodels. Because if your name is Alpine or Alpine, you're into yodeling. Of course you are. That's why Snake Eyes is heavily into gambling, and Duke can't get enough of John Wayne movies. And I don't even want to discuss what Stalker is into. Oh wait, none of those things are true. That's about it for the cartoon. Oh okay, there's one other thing. Where there's Alpine, there's Bazooka. Because
you can't have one without the other.
But I'm not gonna get into that here. We'll be taking a look at all that when Bazooka's review rolls around. Because I have opinions about Bazooka in the cartoon. Man, do I have opinions! But I don't want to get into it here and run out of ammo later. In conclusion, this is an excellent figure. An excellent figure of a yodeling accountant. And somehow, Alpine makes it work and makes it awesome. See you next week, everybody. I did have footage already of Alpine yodeling in the cartoon.
But your bollocks did up good, you did.
No, I didn't. But at the last minute the files got corrupted and I didn't have enough time to redo them. So I'm offering you this, both as an apology and a punishment. Yodelay, 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 yodelay.